welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla Rose and today I'm going to be showing you some tips on how you can sing better instantly. So stay through to the end of the video in order to see all of the tips and all of the things that really helped me out and wish I knew when I first started my singing journey, so that way I would be able to sing better a little bit sooner. When I first started singing, admittedly my biggest inspiration was Ariana Grande. I know, shocker. Even looking back at my old singing covers, it was blatantly obvious to me that I was trying to copy her style. I know I keep saying this, but don't copy other people's sounds. They already have their sound, they're already doing their thing. Why would you need to replicate that sound? I know for a fact in my One Last Time cover that I did, I was really trying to emulate her style. I was really pitchy, I wasn't really hitting the notes necessarily, and if I did, they were in a really bad tone. So one last time, I need to be the one who takes you home. One last time, I need to be the one who takes you home. When it comes to not wanting to replicate an artist, it all comes down to practicing and really getting to know your voice and experimenting as well. Don't be afraid to experiment, especially if you feel really comfortable doing it. Say you're home alone or you have a car that you can sit in, whether it be like your parents in the garage, or if you drive and you're just going out for a drive, going to work, the basement, in an attic, singing into a blanket. Don't make it so black and white, like I have to be good and I have to do it this certain way. Just really let loose. If it sounds bad, it sounds bad. Oh well. I make horrid sounds all the time trying to sound good, but I just don't. I would rather sound bad right now than to keep going on through my life replicating someone else's sound and still feeling lost in the end. Random tip, but drink water. Your voice will thank you. Literally, this water bottle is so tall. Next tip has to do with straining. If you're anything like me and how I started out with singing, you probably strain a lot. Not even when it comes to belting or doing anything really hard. It's just you feel strain even trying to do something that's considered easy. If you feel that your throat is really strained, try doing some stretches, just some basic like back and forth stretches. Maybe you want to roll it out a little bit. Warm up before you sing as well, because if you're singing without warming up, your voice is going to be a little bit shaky. It might break every once in a while, and it is going to feel like you're straining a little bit more for notes that should be easy. There's just some warm-up videos that I personally use and I really recommend, so feel free to go watch those. Open yourself to the sound. Nice voice crack. If you're hunched, pull your shoulders back and sit up straight. Your neck's out a little bit. Bring it forward. Try and keep your chin level. Like I said, unless it's stylistic and your neck naturally wants to like kind of jut back when you sing. Your shoulders, you want to raise them up really high. As high as they'll go, and then just drop them. That'll release tension. The biggest tip for this by far that I've learned is to not be afraid to open your mouth when you sing. The more space you have in your mouth for the sound to come out, the less tension that you're gonna have on your throat, because you're not gonna feel like you're forcing sound to come out. You can't sing high notes. One big tip is to practice range and being able to increase your range. However, if there are notes that you know you should be able to sing, but you're just not able to reach them and you feel like you're really struggling to hit them, what you want to do is you want to picture a little finger or a line right above your mouth underneath your nose, and you're gonna sing over that. I'm gonna imagine myself personally singing under my fingers, so that way it's a little bit harder for me, and then I will do the example of singing over it and kind of show you how big of a difference your mentality makes when it comes to singing. I'm running with the wolves tonight, I'm running with the wolves. And now I'm going to imagine singing up and over my finger while also keeping in mind the other strategies that I already told you in order to release tension on my throat. I'm running with the wolves tonight, I'm running with the wolves. It's so much easier when you're opening your mouth and you're letting the sound come out and everything just feels open and free and nice. I think it was Natalie Weiss said this. I watched some of her videos. I love Natalie Weiss. Go watch her videos of her training other people. They're very good. And I believe she said one time to picture like you're singing out of the back of your head like this when it comes to higher notes.
So we're getting a soft pout lift in the back like it's an umbrella. We're going, hi! We're sitting on the nose.
Find little tricks like that that makes it feel like singing is so much easier instead of feeling like you have to strain for stuff. Just a quick little question before we keep going. How long have you been trying to sing for? For me, it's been, I think, like 3 or 4 years now, and I'm now getting to a place where I feel comfortable giving tips on how I've been improving. So let me know, how long have you been trying to sing for? You're running out of breath. You have to breathe through your diaphragm when it comes to singing. Your diaphragm is like right in this area. If you envision that you're breathing through your stomach, that's in turn probably going to help you breathe through your diaphragm. That's me chest breathing right there. Instead, I'm gonna breathe and my shoulders are not gonna move. That's breathing through your diaphragm. but it's going to harness the most breath support when it comes to singing. I love the exercise where you do your S's, where it's go until you run out of breath. When you reach the end, you breathe in again through your diaphragm and then keep going. Do not push yourself that hard, but you do want to do it like at least a few times in a row. You can't stay on pitch. Me personally, struggle to this day to stay on pitch. When you're practicing and singing along to karaoke, you might be singing in the wrong key. Maybe you need a key that's a little bit higher, maybe you need a key that's a little bit lower. But if you do feel like you have the karaoke that should be in your right key and you're still just not being able to hit it, really listen to yourself. I think I heard someone say like really picture like where your third eye is. Picture your voice in that area and being able to listen to how you actually sound. A little weird when you're able to get it and really zone in and focus on your whole sound. But once you do and you're singing, you kind of notice when you're not sounding quite right. If something's not sounding right, go a little bit higher. If it still doesn't sound right, try going a little bit lower. At a certain point, you're going to hit that spot where you're like, that sounds like it would be right. Go sit in the corner with your ear like in the wall. I'm gonna be singing towards that wall and the sound's going to bounce off this and in this whole section, and I'm just gonna be able to hyper hear myself essentially. Filming yourself and listening back to it, because you can always tell when you're doing something wrong when you listen back to the tape, 100%. And at the end of the day, singing is a craft, it's a skill, and you have to build on it and you have to practice. Very rarely are you able to do everything 100% spot on, so don't be so hard on yourself. You will get things eventually. I hope the tips in here help you to feel like you can sing better today. Let me know down in the comments if this was helpful, what you'd like to see in the future in terms of singing. Feel free to check out my How I Improve My Singing for Free No Vocal Coaches video. I also have a playlist of all my singing that you can go check out as well. That's pretty much it from me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!